Welcome back to the Piney Woods homestead. Y'all, that went almost as planned. Almost. I forgot to throw a wedge in my pocket when I went to cutting that tree down. So I had to run up to the shop real quick and grab just a piece of wood, a wooden wedge, and drive it in there with a hammer, and I got it to drop on down. And it dropped within a foot of where I was wanting it to, so that worked out great. Guys, the reason I took that poplar down that's covered up, I don't know if you noticed, it is covered up in poison ivy, and I don't like that junk, so I'm trying to be careful about not getting it on me. But I got the Stihl MS290 out this morning. Need to tune that chain up again, but I wanted to go ahead and get this down. The purpose for it is I need to build a new log deck. I need something that's going to hold logs up off the ground, and I'll step up here and show you what I was able to get in here yesterday and the reason for this new log deck. Guys, thanks for stopping in at the Piney Woods homestead. Hit that like for us, subscribe if you hadn't. And if you have, as always, y'all, we appreciate you. We go up here and show you these logs that I brought in yesterday. So y'all, the same grading contractor that had given us a couple of loads of red oak a couple of weeks back called me up and he said, I've got 23 nice southern yellow pine straight logs that are down on a job that I'm doing. They've been down for about a month or so. Would you be interested? I said, of course I'd be interested, because y'all, that saves me from having to cut all these pines on our place. Not that we don't have plenty, but it saves me some work. So I was able to go yesterday with the dump trailer and get them loaded up. Took me 3 loads, 23 nice logs, anywhere from a foot in diameter to 18 inches in diameter, and a load of poplar that we'll actually use. We like burning poplar in the house once it's dry because it lights quick, burns hot, and contrary to popular belief, it actually holds coals all night if you bank your fire up. But y'all, so I took that poplar down just a second ago so that I can put 2 runs down and start stacking these pine logs on it, because y'all, I got to get them milled pretty quick. Got several projects to do this winter, and I want the lumber ready to go. Y'all, Samson is always the supervisor. Anytime I get to working down here near his nice big lot out here, he's got to see what's going on. So he's going to supervise me, and I'm going to go ahead and set this camera up and get this log deck set up so I can start moving all these logs. Y'all, it's gonna take me a little bit. You're a good boy. You're a good supervisor. Best one I ever had. Y'all, I decided a long sleeve shirt was probably best policy for dealing with this poison. I was real careful taking the tree down and bucking it, not to be cutting through the vine or anything like that or getting the leaves on me, but now I need to get it off, y'all, and I don't want to get poison all over me. So I'll wrap up a little bit, get this poison off. I'll get these logs laid out the way I want them, and then we'll start moving some logs, y'all. And what a blessing it is to get these logs. It's funny how the Lord works in mysterious ways. I've been thinking for the past several days, I've got to get out here and I've got to cut several trees down because I got a lot of projects to do this winter. And then Sunday, a fella calls me and says, hey, you want all these logs? That's pretty much a small miracle, in my opinion, y'all. Anyways, it's a blessing. Let me get on to doing this and I'll hop on the tractor. Y'all, I've shown on the channel before how to move forks easily on your front end loader. But in case you missed it, I'm gonna show you one more time. And here I am putting these gloves back on. I just grabbed all that oilsing with. Tilt your loader out so you take the weight off of the bottom of the forks. And then they will slide extremely easy. That's all there is to it, y'all. I'll get all this stuff moved, situated, get moving some logs down here. Get these contaminated gloves off. Now, some of these logs are pretty doggone big. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me move every one of them, even on a hyperlapse. That gets old. It's monotonous work, y'all, just moving logs back and forth, but I'm thankful to have them removed. So I'll go ahead and get all these moved, and I'll show you the end result once I'm done. Y'all, while I sit here and take me a little break, sip on some of this Gatorade I got here, and talk about this Kubota L2501 just for a second. We've had it for going on 4 years. Haven't had a moment's issue with it, and it can do a whole lot more work than a lot of folks might give it credit for, because it's just a 25 horsepower tractor. But y'all, if you can get it on the forks and it's within 1,000 pounds, you can lift it. Now you got to be careful, as with anything, on how much you lift. And you've seen me loading logs in the past, and what to do, not what to do, what not to do, what to do, what not to do. Get my words mixed up. Just take your time with it. Don't work the machine any more than what it's designed to do. Take your time, you'll get it done. I think it's taken probably about an hour and a half to move all of these logs out here. So not too bad, and I've enjoyed a little bit of tractor time today on this Kubota. Glad that we made that purchase several years ago. It's come in handy from gardening to moving dirt to moving logs to dragging logs. Whole lot of stuff, y'all. Tilling the garden, even harvest. When we need to go in there and get a bunch out, we can hook the trailer behind it and do that. So comes in pretty handy, y'all. All right, I got everything moved. Just finished up moving that poplar down here. Probably on the next video, you're going to see Lisa splitting some of this while I am milling some of that pine. We've got several projects that we want to do this winter, including the little off-grid camp up there, our firewood bunks, all kinds of stuff, equipment shelter. Hopefully we can get at least a couple of those things done. maybe some new raised beds in the spring. Take you over there and show you after you can see the firewood here, and the wind's really kicking up too. Must be a cool front coming through. I'm gonna take you over here and show you all these pines. All right, got a pretty good stack of pine going on here, y'all. 23 10.5 foot logs. And I got one on the log deck already. Really, I think it's the biggest one. I went ahead and put it up there so that tomorrow morning I can get out here when it's nice and cool and get to milling some lumber. Samson's still over here. Here's his lot, y'all. You can tell in relation to the sawmill area. Here's the tail end of his lot. It goes way back up this way. I think about 130 feet it was. But he's been supervising me today. And y'all, I was kidding earlier. I've had some good supervisors over the years. But what I'm saying is it sure is nice having old Samson over here supervising me, because all he does is grunt a little bit, play in his couple of pools, and really doesn't give me any orders. Guys, y'all have a good day, a great week. We'll see you on the next video.